My check, my check, my check. Hello, hello. Are we working? Let's see. Let's see if this works. Test. Okay, perfect. All right. Oh, let's check this real quick. Nope, no shiny. Not today. All right, so let's go ahead and claim some research so we have space for the new research routlet. Okay. Purified Purified 3 is Purified 3 is the Hypno. I actually want the Hypno. Also, if anybody needs a Blaziken, we have a Blaziken here. I think I will do this just to get the raid out of the way. Let me see what else is around. Honestly, that's probably our best one. So, if anybody is wanting to do this Blaziken, I'm down to do this Blaziken in like a couple minutes or so. But in the meantime, let's check out the new event. Oh, I got my time research finished. I think this is for the Carbink shoes. But anyways, a new a new event today featuring Blaze new trails. Some of the bonuses are gonna be. Oh, you know what? I might as well just do this from the page. It'll be a little bit more detailed. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, let's go over what's happening today. So, where is it? Oh, it's actually not even posted because it was such a random event. Okay, never mind. I guess our only choice is to go through the end game right here. But anyways, basically today you can have 2/3 distance to earn buddy candy while exploring routes with your buddy. We'll get to that in a second. There's gonna be event themed field research, event themed 7Ks, and event themed wild Pokemon. Now, there's gonna be a new tab for those of you who haven't realized it yet. On your nearby tab where you can see your Pokemon and the raids, there's a new tab where it says routes. But unfortunately, the routes feature is slowly being rolled out right now. So what that means is not everybody can create routes, and the only routes that are available are if anybody had that beta testing and were able to get early access to submit routes. So kind of an unfortunate event where we have to do routes, but not a lot of routes have been approved. So we're kind of in a little bit of a dilemma right now. The unfortunate thing is the event is only 3 days, so I'm not exactly sure how people are going to take advantage of that bonus where it's 2/3 distance to get buddy candy. I don't know if that was a little flub, or are they gonna turn on the route making very soon, or they could probably end up doing what they do in the past and just do a little makeup event like they always do. because there's not enough people right now that have routes. Everybody has the tab routes, but nobody has. Not a lot of people have routes that are already completed or available. Okay, we revived all that, and let's go ahead and take care of this. We got last call. We got last call for this Mega Blaziken. There's also special research for everybody if Zygarde here is going to be rewarded once you have completed all of these tasks. So let's go ahead and claim these so we can get on to the next page. I think we're close to getting the Zygarde. Let's see what else we have to do. So we have to hatch an egg, great throws, and power up. Okay, we could do that. Okay. I guess we'll get back to that once we finish this raid here. Let's go ahead and take care of this. Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm sorry? Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a slow rollout. All right. Yeah, a lot of people were hoping that the routes would actually be working on the day of the event, but so far nobody has access to it. Well, not a lot of people. I got a feeling they will allow a lot of people to get the routes very soon. If they don't, they're gonna have a makeup event. Cause the first day has already been over for part of the world, and they would be missing out on part of the event. I'm more than positive that we're gonna get a makeup event. It must have been very hard. It must have been very hard to get routes approved, because if they had beta testers, right, and people were submitting routes, I'm sure they are backlogged on a lot of that stuff. Maybe they didn't realize how difficult it would be to like approve or even have legit routes. Because for right now, this event without the routes feature is kind of puzzling. Because not only do you need routes to get the bonuses of 2/3 distance for your buddy candy, but also, did you know you need to do routes in order to eventually evolve your Zygarde? I think they're called gems, or I don't know exactly what it's called, but you need certain items to evolve the Zygarde that people are going to be able to get, and the only way to do that is to participate in routes. So it definitely is feeling very strongly that we're going to have a little makeup event, because half the event is not even playable, especially since this is a feature that they're trying to promote, and the fact that most people cannot participate in routes. I mean, people can see the routes tab, but only available routes that were beta tested and approved will show up. So that's my prediction. I'm pretty sure this rollout is going to get a redo, and then that's okay, because with more time you're going to have more people to submit routes. All right, we don't need 100% Blaziken, but we're looking for a shundo. Is this a potential shundo? Any shundo checks? Any shundo checks in 5, 4, 3, 2. What? Oh, we got a tiny one. That's rare. That's rare in itself. When was the last time anybody saw a tiny Blaziken? I don't know if this is one of those ones where it's going to be showcase worthy. Why would they ever showcase a tiny Blaziken? Like, it's got to be a really, really specialized event. All right, we finally got it. I mean, if you're talking about baby steps, well, this is obviously one of my best, tiniest ever for weight and height. So that's something. At least there's that. I forgot to check the IVs. What did we get here? Oof, not great. All right, got that done. Let's see. So I need to hold. We're gonna do a little challenge. Oh wait, let me see. Okay. Since the routes are not working, let's go ahead and work on our Zygarde. So we need to do 5 great throws, 5 power-ups, and hatch an egg. So we might as well get our daily instance started, and that'll be completed as we are wandering around. Yo, what's up? How's it going, Jar? We're just trying to check out the new event. So far, routes are broken. As far as no available routes, not for me at least. Has anybody seen any available routes? I know the routes are not available to everybody, as we cannot create them. So we love an event that is broken. You haven't found any? Yeah, join the club. I think most people can't find any because there's very, very, very limited amount of routes. And the funny thing is, you need routes to participate in the event bonuses. Like, one of the event bonuses you can see right here is 2/3 distance to earn buddy candy. Like, come on. And then the Zygarde, you need to do routes in order to have it evolved eventually. So can we get some claps for Niantic? Can we get some claps for Niantic promoting routes all over social media and then not working? And we can't even create routes. So the routes tab is there. Routes tab is there, but unfortunately nobody can create routes. Not a lot of people can create routes either. All right. So, I mean, I thought we were gonna have a new event, but it is basically just a regular day. But we're gonna go do we're gonna do our daily instance here. We're gonna have a little daily instance challenge, and we're gonna see if we can find a 90% or better. 90% or better, or we delete a legendary. So let me get in range. Let me get in range of this stop here. I need to take advantage of every little bit of um, any available stops because I am going to allow myself to count encounters from stops because it's already hard enough to find a 90% or better. So here we go. Daily instance challenge initiated. Let's go ahead and spin this. So we're gonna see if we can find a 90% or better. Let me clear out some room first. Hold on. So everything before the Blaziken is eligible for our challenge. 90% or better. Here we go. Can we find it in 15 minutes essentially? Give me a shiny Charmander. Oh. I feel like a lot of people want shiny Charmander still. Okay. That task is not it. If anybody in the chat is just tuning in, we were gonna go over the routes, but apparently the routes feature is being slowly rolled out per usual, and not many people have routes available. They see the routes tab, but nobody can create any routes. Nobody has any routes approved around them. So honestly, this event is kind of like just a regular day with these quote unquote featured spawns. If anybody has any routes available, how is it? Also, there's a PCG Yungoos. Like, how is PCG always in coordination with the Pokemon events? Are they just following each other's like schedule? Where's my encounter? Was that not an encounter task? Did I just... What was that? Did I just get robbed out of a encounter? So Purified 3 Shadows is another thing. Yeah. I know, exactly. I mean, it's definitely a flub. It's going to be a makeup, for sure. Oh, yeah. They promoted it all over the place, yeah, and then nobody's not even, like, able to do it.
And I tell you the truth, like, they should allow us to at least make our own map right now.
I think they would. They should have, yeah, but the fact that they...
It's like they're, you know what they're doing it? They're probably doing it only for streamers that are high top streamers.
I don't know.
You know, because I heard they said certain people, like Twitch stream, you'll be able to have it.
Really?
Yeah, only top streamers and Twitch streamers are able to use
Oh, I see.
option in their certain areas that they live. Other people can use, but we can't see them for ourselves. I think the notification will pop up that there is a route nearby, but yeah, Campfire doesn't show it either. It's not. No book doesn't have something like that.
Well, Australia did get early access.
Yeah, they did. So
So that makes sense.
really annoying, but we did.
But it'll be eventually rolled out. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
really,
like
I really love
everything.
Zygarde.
Everything's gonna be a
Yeah, some
little bit
live
of a
streams.
slow rollout.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I really want to make a route from the VFW park right there.
Yeah.
The one they said you can just use a Pokestop from where you start and then make your way around and then stop at the same one that you started at.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that, but it's pretty cool.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. In the
And
way
then
you just do back and forth.
anyone can follow it and then get increased spawns of Pokemon. Plus, they can encounter the Zygarde stat too.
Yes.
So it's increased spawns. So this place might actually get more spawns for once in a while.
So that's why I really think there's gonna be a makeup because to get the Zygarde involved, you need to do routes.
Yeah, but I was hoping there'd be like underneath. I was hoping underneath the settings in the uploads part about like any like route options. Like you have to upload it to the science for them to make sure it's a valid route that people can take that's not dangerous for them to go through.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was gonna make a route in the highway for people to walk on, but you know what? Guess they can't walk on the highway.
Yeah, I know. They actually thought about that.
I know. That's why you have to. That's why you have to upload it to Niantic so they can make sure it's not a dangerous route for them. They're gonna kill themselves for it.
You know, people would.
Oh no, they will.
And maybe that's why we don't see a lot of routes because people are making a lot of stupid ones. You know?
I know. That's what I was.
For all we know, they had a lot of people submit, but it weren't legit.
Imagine someone making a route going swimming in the ocean.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised because there are stops in the middle of the ocean sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
So I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably why they probably underestimated how many people would submit routes and also overestimated how confident people would be about submitting
The
routes.
problem is, if you put a route down and someone else wants to put a route overlapping that route, I wonder if you can do that. Because if there's already a route based here, I don't know if someone else can put a route here. So you have to go find
True.
somewhere else to put another route before someone else gets it before you. I wonder, once you put a route down, do you get the rewards that someone follows your path?
Yes.
Like you get Stardust per hour from someone using your route. I mean, that's basically like.
Free dust.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if you get your own stuff like that. I might drive around with Katie Sucker and see if we went there already, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Can't find it to show it.
Yeah.
Kind of a disappointed one. Also, there is a large bumper.
Yeah, I just saw that one. I got that one.
Yeah, it's up at the glacial lower down.
Very nice.
I needed it for my ice challenge, the 151 challenge. I need to collect 30 ice types.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I forgot that even was a thing.
It's probably the hardest thing you can try to find is Texas is the ice type.
That's probably why they had the whole.
That's why they did it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know how immensely hot it is. Hey, just be thankful we don't live in Phoenix, Arizona. It's been 125 there.
Man, yeah, no kidding. I heard
102 degrees at midnight.
they have their own issues for sure, but we also have our own issues too. They probably get just dry heat. We get the.
Is dry heat better or worse?
I would say slightly better because you don't feel like you're just
Sweating.
enclosed and nothing can you know. Yeah. So even though they have high dry heat, we got the high heat but still humidity, which makes it worse. I'm actually gonna walk back and forth, so if you want.
What?
So I think I'm gonna walk back and forth just to get.
Yeah, you know, you're good. I gotta get my ice pack. So be kind of tomorrow. Yeah, got Riolo coming out tomorrow.
Jay, I'm slowly working on my special research. I need to do a egg and then 5 power-ups here. Basically, we were kind of just going over how the event was a bust. I'm working on it. I was just doing our daily instance, and we saw somebody come by. Apparently, mainly Australia and the people early access with the routes were the ones who are seeing the routes feature. So that explains why most people don't have routes right now, because it's very hard to even to even see any routes. Like I have the tab open, but there's no routes because there's no way the U.S. Uh, got early access. So only the people who got early access, um, that area would be able to be seeing routes around. What were your IVs, Jay? Jar got a 13, 14, 15. You said that's all right. I say that's really good considering you only could get one. Jar, that's really good. It's hard to get a 90%. Like, I'm trying to find a 90% from just my daily instance challenge right now. And you'll see how hard it is. I actually didn't know. Somebody told me Fleece King has the routes feature available, but I think it's because Australia and New Zealand had early access, so they had more chance of having that available to them, right? Does anybody know? I was not able to tune in. I'm pretty sure Australia and New Zealand people have the routes feature more readily available to them, but I'm pretty sure everybody else, especially in the US, we're like the last time zone to get everything. We definitely don't have routes coming around. Jay, you can submit a route weeks ago. It's still under review. Wow, you got the early access to submit routes? Yeah, I was just talking to somebody and I was telling them we'll probably have a makeup event because how are you gonna promote a new feature but most of the people don't see it? So I highly anticipate that we're gonna have a makeup event, and if not, it gives them more time for submissions to go through. So like everybody who everybody who was missing out on like this weekend's quote unquote event, you will have a chance to probably get the routes more readily available to you as the next event rolls out. I mean, it's going to be a permanent feature, you know, but still for an event that's supposed to be about routes and it's not working, it's kind of disappointing. Typical Niantic, right? Can we give them a little L's? Can we give L's? Any L's? Early access is useless. Yeah, and also I bet there was a ton of submissions. So like, not only did it take them a long time for them to roll it out, but also um, I bet you the approvals and to kind of comb through all the routes is another step, another challenge that they didn't foresee. Because another question comes as like, you get bonuses for creating the routes, but what if somebody's already created the exact same route? Are you able to get those rewards? You know, the issue is that they did not communicate. What do you mean by that? They didn't communicate that the routes wouldn't be available to everybody, or they didn't communicate how routes should work. Okay, trying to find a 90% or better from our daily instance challenge. The wager is a legendary. So far, I don't think we have a 90%. Jar, Jar, were you able to find anything from the um, Zygarde special research? Like what other rewards? What other rewards do we get besides getting the Zygarde? People don't realize that there is a rollout. Yes, I 100% agree with that, Jay. They don't. A lot of people don't realize there's a slow rollout per usual with any event or any feature, but it also doesn't help. It doesn't help that you have routes being, promoted all over Pokemon's social media, and so people get the impression that it should work. But as always, people don't understand that everything takes time for it to roll out. So I think it would have been okay if there wasn't an event tied to routes. Like they should have just released the feature, have it slowly rolled out, and then created an event. The fact that this was like a surprise event and something that you're saying all over social media, right? That's what is even more confusing. Y'all realize that they didn't announce this event till yesterday. It's kind of a surprise event. No, nobody knew this event was incoming, and that's what makes it even worse. Is like, oh, they make a exciting surprise event, and then none of it works. What's up, Ashwin? People are out looking for a route for no reason. All Niantic had to do was tell us to be patient. Yep, I agree, Jay. I agree. They definitely flubbed. They flubbed this release. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if there wasn't an event right now that tied in routes. So I think we're gonna get a makeup event. What do y'all think? PCG spawn if you need it. Um, and people want to be able to submit, but they don't realize that submitted takes time to review. People are confused, and Niantic does nothing to help that. So, if they didn't have an event, I think it would have been okay. People would have been, usual confused because features always are rolled out slowly. But the fact that they had an event and the feature rolled out simultaneously is what's the worst part, in my opinion, because I understand and all of us understand that features get rolled out really slowly, and that should be a thing because there's going to be bugs. But to have an event on the same day almost that you release the feature is actually such a bad, poor planning. I don't think they've ever done it like this, right? I don't remember the last time they had a feature and an event drop within one day as a surprise. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully, eventually, maybe today or tomorrow, routes will be fully functional. Also, there's a PCG Gibble if you need it. Jay says right, which would be fine if they were upfront about it. Mistakes are fine, but letting everyone run around like chickens without heads is not cool. I know. We kind of were in that. We're basically a chicken running around because we thought routes would be released by the next day, but that is not the case. This event without the routes actually working is just a regular day. I mean, even if we get the Zygarde, cool, we get it in our decks, right? but we can't even work on doing routes to evolve it eventually. Did y'all realize that once you get the Zygarde from your special research, you have to participate in routes in order to get these little, what are they called, gems or stones or something? What are they called? You need certain items, and a lot of them that are only going to be dropped from routes to be able to evolve. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, did we get a 90% or better today? Any 90% or better? Oh! Saved by this Vulpix. This is a 91, right? So 93, 91. Yeah, this is a 91. Saved by the Vulpix. Saved by the Vulpix, I think. Let me just make sure. Yeah, saved by the Vulpix right there. Somehow, some way, we did find a high IV from our daily instance route. Maybe it was from... Is it this one? This one was from the wild, so saved by this Vulpix. GG's. Oh yeah, they're called cells. So you're only gonna get these Zygarde cells through the routes. So if you don't have any routes around, you can't even work on evolving your Zygarde. But maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe they want everybody to kind of start at the same time. Or is that copium? Ashwin, do you see any routes around? There's a little new feature. I mean, I don't currently have it, but it is possible. It is possible people will have routes around. I would say a high chance if you were in the New Zealand, Australia area, because they probably got the early access. So I think there was a beta testers, and then it got released again. Very small select people were able to get route creations. Neil says 4 stars shiny. Yeah, we got a couple. Bam. Very happy about our only Shundo legendary, and it can be mega'd. This one's a really special one. And then this one is a Shundo Matang for now. I'm waiting for Metagross to get the Community Classic Day so I can get the special move. So I would say those two are my best ones. And here's my most useless Shundo, Clamperl. Never ever evolved it, probably never will, and haven't powered it up. What about you? Who has a Shundo shiny they wanna showcase in the Discord? Okay, I'm gonna try to get this egg hatched. We're gonna see if we find any other raids around. We're gonna complete these research here. We still have, let's see, maybe one more page. We got one more page till we see the Zygarde, right? Chat? Roughly 1.2 kilometers away from going on to the next page. Does anybody know what page the Zygarde is on? I think it's page 3, right? Or am I wrong? Neo says, cool, 2 and 1 lucky. Yeah, I got, and I've been playing 7 years, so like, they're hard. They're definitely hard to find. Do I have any shadow shinies? Yeah, of course. Which shadow shiny do you think we have, Neo? What about you? Which one do you have? So we're gonna go and see if we can find any other raids. Okay, first off, Sneasel. Okay, first off, does anybody need a Blaziken? Or does anybody need any Regieleki? Anybody need any of those? That's the first question. Zygarde's on the page with the cube? I have no idea what that means. Zygarde's on the page with the cube? Oh no, I need to use Raz. Come on, little pup. This is a rapper. Little pup in the building. 2 little pups. Oh, a wild Blaziken. I was gonna say, Blaziken is a mega already. Alright, what is this reward? A spinner. Okay. This could be a shiny in the wild, chat. That would have been an awesome shiny to find in the wild. It's still cool to see a final stage evolution. It's still cool. Even though you can get these from the mega raids. Hey, what's up, Trevor? Trevor says, Zygarde is on page 3. Okay. Thank you for the info. We're working on it. We just need to hatch this egg. And then we'll be able to get our own Zygarde. To get the Zygarde isn't too bad, but there's no time. You can finish it whenever you want, which is great. Okay, Purified 3. I haven't seen any grunts. Cube is just a box you keep in cells. It'll make sense soon. Okay. We'll see. Stay tuned for the Zygarde review. Did anybody get their Zygarde already except for Jay? Zygarde is basically a free legendary. It's kind of an interesting. I wonder if they'll ever. Do you think they'll ever have Zygarde in raids? Because did you know Zygarde has a 10% form, a 50% form, and a 100% form? Oh, I see. Yeah, you need to get cells. That's what they're called. You need to get certain cells from doing routes in order to evolve the Zygarde. Like, it's all backwards. You give a Zygarde, but then we can't do routes. We have routes, the tab, but we can't create routes. Neo says, did you get your Latios 100 in a raid? Yes, I did. I got a Shundo Latios from the raid. It was a weather booster one. I actually didn't even realize it. So I got this from a mega raid. And you can, if you were participating, So the good thing about the Latios is it's a legendary. It can evolve, and it's sort of useful. I mean, you can boost up dragons and psychics, but if anybody in the past has participated in any mega legendary raids, oh my gosh, they are difficult, especially the Latias. The Latios wasn't as bad, but it still requires a group, a good amount of people. What about you, Neil? You got any 100%? Jay says for some reason they are untradeable at the moment. Trevor says not yet. Still have to walk 1 kilometer to get past page 1. All right. Let us know how your uh, Zygarde ends up. We are So you have to do the 1 kilometer and hatch an egg. So if you can time when your egg hatches, that's like the most ideal route. I need about a kilometer left. So we're gonna do about a kilometer walk, and then we'll have our Zygarde review. Neil says I have to, but I found a wild at Pogo Tour 2020. Wait, you actually caught a wild Latios in the wild? They were extremely hard to catch. What CP? What CP did you end up getting? All right, finally we found a grunt. I need to purify 3 grunts. Come on. Thank you. All right, taking out this grunt just to purify later. Purify 3 shadows is Haunter, right? Oh, I think it's Haunter. Okay, well, somehow they were able to get to a move before. Da-da-da, da-da-do. Da-da-do. Okay, we have our Crunch, which is going to do super effective against the ghost types, which is great. Same situation here. We're going to farm just a tiny bit longer, as no moves can take us out immediately. And, oh, get the defense drop, and we're just going to fast move it down. Wow, that actually was some mega fast move damage right there. Neo, you have a Latios shiny 100% in the wild? Wait, what? You found 100% shiny in the wild during the Go Tour? That's actually insane. Do you have a screenshot of that? Level 26, 28, 32. Yo, that's extremely rare. I'll tell you why it's also extremely rare. Not only is it rare to find, not only is it hard to find a shiny legendary in the wild, but I believe just because you found a shiny in the wild, which was a legendary, it was not 100% catch rate. There were stories where people found a shiny legendary in the wild, but it took them forever, and sometimes it actually just ran away, because if you find them in the wild, it is not 100% catch rate. So the fact that you got a Shundo legendary in the wild and you caught it makes it even that much more rare. I might go do that Sneasel. So congrats on that right there. Walk a kilometer for 500 dust? Are they actually joking right now? Make 3 curveballs. PCG spawn if you need it. Oh, never mind. Wait, you found it? You found it from the Go Tour? That's actually kind of insane. Do you realize how rare that is? Hey, what's up, Lainey? How you doing, Lainey? We're on our we are on our mission to find our Zygarde. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the? For those of you that are just tuning in, there is a new event. The only problem is that half the event is working and then half of the event is not. So we have the new routes feature being introduced, but not everybody can even participate in routes because there's not enough routes, and not everybody can create routes because that feature hasn't been officially rolled out. All we have is the tab. You go to your nearby tab, scroll all the way to the right, and nothing. Zero. We checked in with our local community and nobody's reporting any routes around either. So we're just working on our special research to get our Zygarde. Make sure everybody opens up your game, and then you're going to be able to get a free Zygarde special research. You don't have any time, you don't have a timetable to finish it. You can finish it whenever you want, but just make sure you open up the game. Yo, what's up, dude? Thanks for that follow. Welcome to Texas. How you doing? We're just out here trying to find routes. We're trying to find our Zygarde. I thought routes would be rolled out by the time the US got the event started, but it looks like that is not going to be a thing. Lainey says you have a Corsola from the UK. Is it a shiny one? Oh, Lainey, you got a Swablu? A shiny one? Very nice. Congrats. Swablu is always nice to find. I love finding shiny Swablu. Go for the gold! Hey, what's up, TextCab? I bet TextCab already got this Zygarde. We're working on our Zygarde. I feel like the Zygarde concept is good, but I would have liked to see them rolled out these in segments, right? Because this is all coming out everybody pretty quickly, and it's kind of confusing everybody because like you have all these things being dropped that are kind of being dangled in front of everybody, right? But then nobody can actually, or not, most people cannot participate in them. I bet some of them. Here's another question. Has anybody seen anybody else have the routes available? As far as, is there any legit routes available for anybody? Have you seen anybody have them? Does Real CT have submissions open? I don't know. Let's check, actually. That's a good question. Yo, Jay, would the route submission be right by the binoculars if I had it available? Um, Laney says 3-4 were 30 seconds. Oh my days. Shiny Swablu is a W. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Laney's shiny. Oh, it's on the nearby. Okay, let me see. Okay, catch 5 weather boost. Where happened to all the grunts? Oh, there's another grunt. Let me go to that grunt. Paris. Here's a side note. Did you know the Summer Olympics are going to be in Paris next summer? I just checked. Rio CT2 does not have submissions available. What's up, Victor? How you doing? We're trying to get our Zygarde today. Anybody trying to do their Zygarde today, or does anybody already finish theirs? We've seen some people get some decent ones. Somebody got a 93% and said it was all right. Look, the high expectations some people have, huh? As of right now, we only get one. Do we think it's going to be released in raids? It kind of has an interesting feature. There's like 2 other forms. Trevor says yes, but none of them are my nearby yet, as I'm at my house still. Yeah, a lot of the player base are not going to have the available routes or even the route submission tab. They're apparently doing a snail rollout. That's also a new feature. What do routes do? Routes basically have give you a pre-established path that another person has taken, so that you can not only participate in that walking route or that path, but also to evolve your Zygarde, you need to get these cells that are only dropped when you participate in complete routes. So that's why I'm saying the whole Zygarde thing is kind of interesting, because they're tying it into routes, and within the routes you got to get these certain things called cells. We don't know how many cells you need to evolve your Zygarde, so just know that there's a 10% form, 50% form, and 100% form. I don't know. Nobody's even able to, or at least I'm not able to. I don't know who else has been able to find any of these cells, or if anybody has routes working. Victor says, I got sleep cap Snorlax this morning. They said it's going to be routes. Wait, you got the nightcap Snorlax? How good? How did you get a shiny? Did you get a good IV one? Niantic needs to do something. Everyone is confused. Yeah, Niantic flubbed this one again. And those of you that just hopping in, we talked about this earlier. I think a slow rollout and a new feature is fine, but if you're gonna tie it into an event, you gotta have it ready. Okay? There's no way around that. You know, you can't release the event that requires and promotes the feature, but then you're gonna do a slow rollout. And what I mean by require is, one of the things as far as the bonus, check this out. One of the bonuses for the event is 2/3 distance to earn buddy candies while exploring routes. So like, even in the events tab, to take advantage of the bonus, you need to do routes. But we can't do routes. But you know what? It's a new feature. You know, I was expecting a rollout, slow rollout. Everyone should be expecting a slow rollout. So that's why, personally, I think it's gonna be a makeup event, which is fine because it's not gonna be too game breaking. I mean, they're not gonna give us another Zygarde, but I think they're gonna give us another event featuring the 2/3 distance when we participate in routes. Victor says you have to do a route to find upgrades for Zygarde. It also has an increased spawn while doing daily or normal. Yes, that is also the additional bonus. Not only do you get the cells for the Zygarde evolution, but apparently you're going to get increased spawns while participating in routes. So this is essentially how they're going to solve rule player spawns. Okay, so everybody who's a rule player and saying that they don't have enough spawns, this is their alternative to that problem. You're going to have to create a route, basically find a stop, and then walk whatever path, and then come back to that stop. Routes start and end on a stop or a gym. So you could literally start at a stop or a gym and come back to that same stop or gym after like a 15-minute walk. My initial guess, here's my initial guess, chat. My initial guess is your routes have to be at least 15 minutes, or it has to be long enough to where a 15-minute walk is possible. And I feel like they didn't give details on that because essentially they want you to use the incense, and the daily incense is the shortest time. So I'm assuming you're gonna need to do a route that is at least 15 minutes minimum for it to be eligible. Because otherwise, people could literally just make a route from one stop a block away and then come back. I highly doubt that's going to be approved. Sorry for the noise. We're trying to cross, but there's a lot of cars. Laney thinks 50 sells for 50%, 100 sells for 100%. Yeah, that's initially what everybody thinks. But then the other factor is how often are you going to see sales pop up on routes? You know? Is it going to be a guaranteed sell every time you participate in a route? Or is it going to be harder? We don't know. Victor says, watch it be like Gimme Go, you need like 1,000. Yeah, at this point, they can make it really hard or really easy. We don't know yet. All right, sorry about that. Finally able to cross. I'm still trying to work on hatching this. Hey, I need, okay, 0.3 kilometers left. This is the final stretch. Page 3 is when we get our Zygarde. What do y'all think? Are we gonna get a 4-star, 3-star, or 2-star? Research is not timed, at least. Yeah. that'd be actually kind of cringe and insane if they had a Zygarde release and we had it on a timed research. That'd be insane. At least everybody's gonna be guaranteed a Zygarde, as long as you finish the special research, right? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Half a kilometer minimum. Does it take 15 minutes? Does it take 15 minutes to walk half a kilometer? I have no idea. Can't use daily instance when on a route? What? Wait, really? I actually didn't know that part. You can't use a daily instance on your route? Oh, okay. That is news. That means you have to use regular instance. So I guess they don't want you to have more chances to get glaring birds. They don't want you to get multiple glaring birds. Dang. That is cringe. So we have to use a daily instance and then a regular instance to take advantage of the whole instance, the whole instance ecosystem on a daily basis. Oh man, that is quite annoying. I don't know about that, Niantic. Because the daily instance is great because it's a little small little finished walk, you know. Oh, there we go, chat. So the daily instance is nice because it's a short little thing. But if you're asking people to do the daily instance to potentially get your glaring bird and then participate in routes to use a regular instance, oh man, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Okay, wait. What? How do I walk a kilometer with my task and I don't have my special research? What? Whatever. Okay, we still have 0.2 to hatch the egg. I thought I timed it to where they were both supposed to hatch at the same time right there. Yo, Chad, do you think that's fair to have our routes only for regular instance? You cannot use a daily instance. And I guess we haven't found out how much of a boost. How much of a boost are the routes? Is it like double the spawns? Is it 1.5 spawns? Like how much more spawns are we expecting? Laney says no glaring birds for you. You can still get glaring birds, but the glaring birds is exclusive only from the daily instance. So they basically want you to do a daily instance and use a regular instance every day. And that's how they're trying to make you use and buy regular instance. So you know how they nerfed the instance? This is how they're gonna buff it and make people buy instance again. What do y'all think about that? This is their sneaky way of getting people to use the quote unquote useless regular instance. Neil says I sent you a picture from the wild. Okay. You posted in the Discord or what? Also, Neil said that they got a shiny 100% Latios in the wild when they have the Pokemon tour. That's actually really, really rare. What's up, Lord Drew? Can we give a shout out to Lord Drew? How you doing? Did you already get your Zygarde? We're trying to hatch one egg here. Trying to hatch one egg here just to get this Zygarde. What regionals are in the UK? You can look up your regionals. Just type in UK regionals Pokemon Go. You probably have Mr. Mime. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but that one's the first one I thought about. I'm trying to hatch one more egg so we can move on to page 3 of Zygarde, and then find out what our Zygarde ends up being. Here we go. Give me a shiny. Nope. All right. Done with that. Claim this. Move on to the next page. Okay, blah, blah, blah. As I combed through my notes, I saw something blur. Blah, blah, blah. It moved fast, but I'm almost positive it was a very Pokemon. It was the very Pokemon I've been investigating. Zygarde. It might still be there. Check it out. And here, take this. I'll explain how to use it once you're back. Ooh. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Can we get some guesses? Do we think it's a 4-star, 3-star, or 2-star? Dang, Lord Drew got a 96? A 96 is awesome. I haven't seen how it's gonna be in PvP, but like apparently the evolution one is the one you want to use. So that's gonna take forever to get. Okay, before we open it, Victor wrote a book. I don't like the idea, but I don't hate it. Like, seen as a long-term player, I don't like it. But if I was fresh to this game, it would be pretty cool. It reminded me of RPG games, like choose what you're questing for. Like, not trying to use all the game mechanics in one day. Know what I mean? Like filler quests you can go on in between research, something long term. I think all of these long term grinds are more for new players. Old ones just want the stuff already. Interesting. So I actually see it a little bit differently. I think Routes is geared towards rural players. Like, obviously they gotta make some kind of incentive, so they're tying in the whole Zygarde to the Routes. But Routes, if you really want to think about it, is just a way for rural players to get more spawns. Because big city areas don't have a problem with spawns. So to incentivize spawns or to incentivize players from big cities, right? You got to tie it in with like a Pokemon or some kind of requirement. Yeah, it is more tedious for sure. But I don't know. I think the Routes is good. It's a good addition for rural players. For rural players, I think this is kind of what they've been asking for, is a way to get more spawns. Because the root isn't like a raid attacker, there's really no rush to do a bunch of routes. It's for now really geared towards just a dex entry or even just GBL. I don't know. Because believe it or not, like even to this day, rule players have had an issue with spawns. So I think it's a good addition, to be honest. Sure, Zarude would be much easier if we just got it from a raid, but this is kind of addressing the whole rule spawn issue. I don't know. I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think it's necessarily a terrible thing. It's just a tedious thing. Especially if you're not into GBL, you really don't have like any extra incentive besides the dex entry for participating in the evolutions of Zarude. All right. People think we're going to get a 4-star Victor. I appreciate that optimism. 3-star from Laney. 1018 is a hundo. Lord Drew thinks it's the 3-star. 2-star from Trevor. Okay, we got some doubters. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go, chat. This is my first ever Zarude check, my only Zarude as of now. Can we get a hundo? Here we go in 3, 2, 1. That cube is something that we're gonna need later to kind of evolve it, I guess. And bam! Oh, that is not 100%. That is not looking good. That is not looking good. I'm gonna guess 89%. Maybe maybe low 90s, maybe. But I think this is in the 80s. I think this is in the 80s. Okay, I actually think it's mid 80s. Mid 80s. Mid 80s. There's the dex entry. That's kind of cool. Zarude into the dex. Okay, moment of truth. 3-star. We got a 14, 12, 12. So that is, what is that? 89, 86, 83, 80, 81? Maybe 81? 81, not bad, I guess. It is attack weighted, but like I said, that's just a dex entry. We really don't need it for anything else. It's not a raid attacker. It's possibly good. It's possibly good in GBL. We'll see what happens. Victor says the problem I have with small towns isn't the spawns, it's the stops. Pokemon are everywhere, but you burn resources fast since there's not many places to stock up. That is true too. Rule players have spawn and stop issues. Like, definitely stops are the biggest problem, but maybe they're working on something to help out. It's taken them 6 years to kind of address spawns. Maybe one day they'll allow role players to have more stops. Like, I don't think role players getting more stops is as easy as giving them more spawns, you know? Drew, you win. Can we get some claps for Drew? Dump some rare candy into it. Bam! Finally, we have some reason to use our rare candies. Um, okay, so we finished our Zarud check there. Let's go ahead and claim this. The Shimmering Strides timed research was given to people who got the Global Go Fest ticket early, and this is basically carbine shoes, carbine themed shoes. Let's see. Yeah, carbine shoes. Perfect. And then here's the other confusing thing. For everybody who already got their Zygarde, you need to find these cells. It even says it in the special research, but of course you need to find cells and you need to follow routes. But of course none of it is working. So that's where everybody's kind of stuck at. Victor says, I wish Niantic would just put a stop, like how they do in some cities or events, the Niantic sponsor ones. Ooh, that opens up too many Pandora boxes, Victor. Because yeah, they could do that. They could do that, but then like at what point is it too many, you know? And then like where would you put it? Like if you live in a rural area, you need to have a legit spot. The places that Niantic drops the stops at, usually is centered around some kind of event. I think it's theoretically a good idea, but like if you're in a truly rural area, like where would you actually put the stop? You know? At least where they usually put it is in a spot where it kind of basically follows their guidelines of like being accessible, you know, having it in a safe area, blah blah blah, you know, the whole guideline thing. Okay, how about we check a Arlo here? Has anybody gotten any shinies from the team leaders? Oops, that was not the team I wanted. Oh well. Who's gotten the shiny Shadow Apom? Spawns appear along the route, so don't really need incense for that. But you get more. Don't you get more with the you get increased amount of spawns while incense is used during routes? The problem is I don't know any of it. I don't know how much more of an increase the spawns are being dropped from the incense when you're on routes. So that's kind of a little mystery right now for me. I don't know if anybody's seen any of that info. Oh gosh, we got to get rid of this Sizer. It's going to be really good against our Mewtwo's. This was not the team that I needed to use. I was trying to put a Kyogre in the back. All right, let's blast. Let's blast this thing. Man, people got Shiny Shadow Geodude. Okay, Easy clap. Here we go. Can we get a shiny shadow Apom? This will be my first one. Any shiny luck in the chat? Victor, no shiny shadows for you at all? Or from the rotation? Alright, here we go. For my first ever shiny shadow Apom in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. F's in the chat. F's in the chat. Is it a hundo? Hundo or bust? Oh gosh. Oh, we got a bunch of. We got a bunch of grunts here. Jay says, "Will you clear out eggs to prep for Riolu?" Not actively. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be attentive enough to where it's basically don't spin any stops or don't open any gifts. Right? Like, when I'm out, I'm gonna be spinning and I'm gonna be opening. So it's gonna be hard to kind of like clear out. But like maybe during the event we'll basically throw in a couple incubators. I don't know. Like the hatch days are nice, but if you're not willing to like throw a bunch of incubators down, the event is kind of useless because everybody probably has a full page of eggs right now, and they're just like taking up spots. And even if Riolus are hatching more, I'm probably not gonna go too hardcore on it. Like, it's basically just another incubator event. What about everybody else? How many empty spots are you trying to get for Riolu Day? Victor says none. I don't own any Shadow Shinies. I have a Hundo one, but it's Exploud and will no stab moves. Have you gotten a Gibble yet? I haven't seen one at all. I've seen one. I got one Shadow Gibble that we found on the last day. It actually not too bad. Not too bad for GBO purposes, but not good for raiding. I guess they could be used for the same purpose. I take that back. It's my only Shadow Gibble. It's probably good enough for raids. Is Timber regional? No, Timber is not regional. And I can prove it because here's my Timber egg hatch. Timber egg hatch. Timber egg hatch. Timber egg hatch. Shiny egg hatch. So there you go. TextCap says, in other news, I got 29 hearts with your buddy yesterday. 29? Is that possible? Is that the max? Oh, you did a route? Hold on, TextCap, were you able to find routes? How did you get 29? 6, 12, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27. Whoa. There's no way to get timber right now? Oh, it's not in eggs? Okay, we're gonna check Discord here in a second. Give me a moment. Today's Discord showcase. Um Wait, where did you post it? Neo. Neo, where did you post it? Okay, while we're waiting for Neo to post it, I don't know where you posted your wild Shundolatios, Neo. I have no idea where you posted it. Check this out. Look how rare this feat is. That is impressive. Completely maxed out every single buddy situation. But they found 5 bonuses. How did you get 5 bonuses? You get a gift? You got a gift 5 times within that time period? This is probably one of the rarer feats for the best buddy grind. And they couldn't even do follow a route. So they could have potentially got 30. That is impressive. Two bonus hearts were from sleep? Oh. So how does that work? I don't understand how that works. The Pokemon sleep helps with their buddy. Also, there's a PCG spawn. Go plus plus tracks sleep and gives you buddy hearts. Only as a bonus. One stop was from a level 2 stop. Oh, really? I did not know that was an extra bonus. They actually tied in Pokemon Sleep with the buddy system. That's actually kind of brilliant. I didn't know that was an extra bonus. So essentially, you could potentially get 2 extra interactions with your buddy per night. Is that correct? That's actually kind of neat. That's actually pretty neat that they did that. That they actually tied in some of that stuff. I mean, it's not gonna incentivize me to do more of it, but for those that do end up having, you know, Pokemon Sleep, you can get more. Text guy says you can get a total of 31 hearts a day if everything aligns right. Hey, they actually added a good feature. Oh gosh, do we dare go back there? Also, is anybody interested in a Reggie Eliki? Um, if you want, and if you already got yours, does anybody want to show their Zygarde to the chat? Put it in the Discord! Exclamation mark Discord. We did get a 3-star, which is decent. I'm happy about it, considering it's like completely random. We'll show off some Zygardes to the stream if anybody wants to post them in our Discord! Exclamation mark Discord. Too bad we can't evolve it. Oh, cells? I wonder, how do you get cells? Oh, you gotta find routes? Oh. I wonder, let's go do some routes. Oh, there's no routes? Oh. I wonder if you can submit routes. Oh, you can't submit any routes? Maybe we can walk our buddy to get some extra candy. Oh, we can't do that because there's no routes? No pass? Lainey has no pass? That's okay. I'm just seeing if anybody needs it. You don't have to do the pass. You don't have to join. You don't have to do the raid. I was just saying, if anybody wanted a Reggie Eliki, we'll have that one in about what is that, 25 minutes if people need it. But no worries. So let me just go over something really quick. Hold on. All right, so it actually ended up being a kind of a sneaky busy weekend. If you want to just quickly go over this. So today's event with the routes, even though it's broken, technically is a current event. And then you're gonna have Riolu Hatch Day from 2 to 5 local time, July 22nd, so tomorrow, folks. And of course, it's gonna feature Riolu. Increased chance to get Riolus from the 2Ks, but you're not gonna always hatch Riolus. It's actually gonna be in a pool of spawns. And then on top of that, you're gonna have supposed increased chance to find the shiny Riolu, but they're only from the 2K, so it's not like they give you free incubators. So you're gonna have to churn through incubators. They're from the 2Ks, and of course you're gonna have an increased chance. How much of an increased chance? I don't know. And then you're gonna have a 2-time Stardust hatching. From hatching. So I don't know. Are people gonna be going hardcore on this or no? There's gonna be field research that helps you get Stardust berries, balls, XP, and candy. And there is a timed research for a super incubator. Okay, so they do give you one super incubator. So you do get a chance to get 3 free encounters with the Riolu. So I take that back. They give you 1 free super incubator. Although the shiny Riolu is very cool looking, I will try, but I'm not going to go hardcore on it. Eggs are a scam. Some might say that. Some might say that for sure. I've definitely got burned by it, so. Okay, and then also, if you didn't know, there is a sneaky Squirtle community makeup event from 2 to 5 p.m. Sunday. Like, apparently, the due to login issues experienced by Pokemon Trainer Club accounts, it's actually going to be redone by everybody. So everybody's going to be able to get another event of Squirtle from 2 to 5 p.m. local time, July 23rd. So Sunday and Saturday we'll have an event. You're going to have the same bonuses. Ooh, what about this? Ooh. Is it smart? Is it smart to, okay, let's say you do your Riolu Day, right? Whatever amount of eggs you want to hatch, whatever amount you want to clear out, but right before the event ends for the Riolu, you know, fill up the entire spot, and then once the Sunday event happens, you can technically hatch those 2K Riolu eggs in 1/4 the time. Is that something people would be trying to do, or is that not worth it? I mean, you still got to use incubators, but like, I guess you're saving on a little bit of walking distance. Lainey says it's on your birthday. Yo, happy early birthday, Lainey! If Sunday is your birthday, you're gonna have Squirtle Day again. Jay says, text Kev, I'm wondering if they made it harder to get Buddy excited to balance. Wait, really? Oh, 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 your birthday is on Riolu Day. Oh, my bad. Well, happy early birthday. Hopefully you get our birthday shiny. I mean, you definitely are gonna have to find stops. That's the one key. You're gonna have to find stops, and then you're gonna have to hatch those eggs, basically. Victor says, I wish I missed the last one, and I'm going to miss this one due to work. I was super lucky though. On my way home, I picked up a research, and it was a shiny 2-star Squirtle with glasses. Yo, that's the dream. Shiny Squirtle squad. So yeah, those are the. It ended up being a kind of busy weekend. I didn't think it'd be this crazy, but like, you got the whole Zygarde event, you got the Riolu Hatch Day, and then you got the Squirtle makeup event. Um, Text Cut says, Jay, not sure. I can for poppins, so that's how I do it. I scan for poppins. Oh. I mean, even though the Pokemon Slave is helping you get your buddy hearts, I still think the whole buddy heart thing is just too much work. I'll do it as I go, especially if it's worth it. But I do need to use my Poffin, so like we'll slowly get our. Oh, we need to do our battles. So we need to play. Wait, what? So we need to go ahead and pet this thing. Do a battle with it. How many Poppins is everybody sitting on? That is one thing we also need to work on getting rid of is our Poppins, so. All right, and if you didn't know, you can kind of just jump in and out of these um, little battles here to get credit. Okay, boom. Like, is it necessarily to do this? You know, this is what I have a problem with. Is like the whole buddy system is basically just time wasters. People can kind of just avoid doing these battles and get credit for the heart. Like, why even go through that process? Why is this even possible? So there you go. We got 17 right there, and then of course we can walk more to get those other hearts, and then oh, you could actually get a heart from the routes, and the routes would give you double. Okay, all right, come on, Cliff. What is it gonna be? Sierra? Okay, I'm gonna keep that one on standby. There is a team leader back there. Unfortunately, this team leader is in the dead zone, so we are gonna risk it for the biscuit, chat. We are gonna go back there into the dead zone. The stream might F, but if it ends up effing, it ends up effing. I think if it's Cliff, it's worth trying. So wish us luck. Back to the dead zone we go, because nothing else is working. Oh! There are no nearby routes nearby. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. I wonder if we can create any. Victor has 0 poppins. You use them to try to build an Ultra League team. Oh, interesting. You're trying to get a XL Jellicent or XL Talonflame. What's your Ultra League team, Victor? PCG spawn if you need it. I can't do the AR stuff. I feel crappy being at a park with a camera phone on. Yeah, a lot of the things, they try to have you do it is kind of um, creepy in a sense if people don't understand what's happening. So it's definitely like a little sneaky little. It has to be a little sneaky little interaction, or at least do it in an area where there's nobody around. Or what you could do, Victor, is just kind of cover the camera. You can still encounter stuff. Hello? Are we there? Mic check. Test, 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 test. Did I fix the issue or no? You can hear? Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Okay. Did everybody have to refresh? Can everybody refresh for me really fast? Here we go. Hello, hello, hello? Is the audio video working now? Or is it only audio? You can hear? What about video? Is video back? Oh, it's back? No way. No way. We actually got it to work. Oh my gosh. I've been trying to figure out how to recover from that kind of situation for months. I had to disconnect from the internet without disconnecting from Twitch. I think it worked. I think it worked. Okay, okay. We saved it, I think. Oh my gosh. I told you there was a dead zone back there, did I not? We only gonna go back there if it's an emergency, you know? That thing is like a black hole back there. It just sucks the life out of everything. Talk about a black hole. If anybody's ever if you have anybody ask you what's the most traumatizing thing, just tell them that you've experienced a black hole once on stream. My gosh. That was insane. That wouldn't I just walked back there and it destroyed the stream almost instantaneously. Alright. Is anybody interested in a Reggie Eliki? And Victor, I saw your message that you can't battle right now, which is fine. Does anybody in the chat want to do some friendly battles? While we kind of chat. I do have this Reggie Eliki if anybody is interested in it. This Reggie Eliki does need at least a small group. I wouldn't say you need a big group. Somebody was able to solo it. Where did Cortez go? He said, where did I go? Where did Cortez go? Shout out to Cortez for stopping by. Victor says, I'd love to, but yeah, boss would get mad at you. Hey, yeah, no problem. I'm not. Don't do anything you're not supposed to. Maybe another time. Anybody in the chat want to send me a battle? Anybody in the chat want to send me a battle in the meantime? Ba-da-boom, ba-da-boom. I wonder if um we'll get the routes enabled anytime this weekend. Because technically the event is all the way until like Monday. So if it ends up being like, let's say they enable routes tonight, do you think we should get a makeup event still? Okay, let's see what this spawn is. No shiny. Pop. Oh gosh. 10, 10, 10. We love our luck. 10, 10, 10 from the field research. Talk about bad luck right there. That is the worst thing you can get. We got a trainee box. Has anybody seen any good or absurd boxes lately? I don't know how I feel about these daily boxes that keep rotating. And it's always like the same like 5 or so. So like they basically give you some of these boxes, right? But sometimes they just give you a different name, but it's the same box. Uh-oh. Are we frozen? Oh no, are we frozen? It frozen us in again, didn't it? Bro, how? We can't even we can't even we can't even get it to come back or what? Is this gonna be like this? Ay 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 ay. Let me see. If anybody in the chat would want to send us a battle, we're down to do a little battle. It looks like the stream is back to normal bit rate. But is the visual okay? I don't see the visual working. Okay, hold on. Test, test, test. How is this possible? I thought we just fixed it. This is frustrating. Super frustrating. Test, test, test. Test. Bro, why? Okay, you can hear? How about the... Can you see? Can you see the updated image? Yes? Oh my gosh, why? I don't know what's going on. Why does it... Why does it just randomly cut off? Okay, I'm just gonna check it again. I turned it on, turn it off. We still good? Dude, that is so annoying. Okay, well, after all that disaster, I don't know if anybody still wants this, but here we go. We have a Reggie Eliki here. If anybody is interested in this Reggie Eliki, I can invite it to them. And if anybody is down, I'm down to do some battles. Anybody want to send me a viewer battle? Jeez. I can't believe it just shuts off either the audio or the video at times. And like there's no way for me to know unless people tell me. If anybody is down for any of these raids, let us know. We got uh potentially back-to-back Reg Elikis if people are interested in it. How about Shiny Finn? Dang. Alright, well, Victor and Trevor, I really appreciate you sticking around through all those issues. It's just, you know, even after streaming this for 2 years, I've realized it's always going to be a problem. Anytime you do any IRL streams, because there's no reliable connection, man, it's a struggle. It is pain. That's like probably the number one problem, and I'm sure everybody deals with it. There are ways to kind of ensure more stable connection, but it definitely is more expensive. Okay, no worries, Trevor, no worries. What about any battles? Anybody want to send me a battle? Anybody want some hands? What I want to do, honestly, is do a coaching session, but on a coaching session on GBL battles, but like the connection out here is not that great, so it's kind of hard. It's gonna be hard to see. I guess it is. It would be possible, maybe through Discord. It possibly could be. It is possible we could do it. We could have it happen through Discord. Let's see. I'm gonna double check to see if routes is available. No routes. So it looks like they are not gonna be releasing it today. So this is gonna be impossible to finish. Oh, I still need to claim my, what is it, Reggie Ice? Has anybody ever, has anybody been able to get their Shadow Reggie Ice? Oh my gosh. I still need 10 best buddies. Okay, all of those should be good. Those should be fine. Lane says I like Reggie Eliki, it just sucks. Yeah, because you can't be shiny. Eventually it will be back. It will be back as a shiny Laney. Um, but right now it's just a dex entry. Man, I actually forgot. So I need to make a little apology. The other day I thought the Tyranitar and the Drago were gonna be introduced like today, but I misread it and I got mixed up. They're actually gonna be incoming next week. So Reggie Drago and Mega Tyranitar are next week thing, not this week. This weekend we just had those events like I talked about, um, the whole Squirtle makeup day plus the what's it called? The hatch day. By the way, how many of you have a 100% Riolu? I am waiting. When are we gonna get Mega Lucario? Who? When are we gonna get this thing? If they're gonna have Hatch Day, I don't think we're gonna get Mega for like a year. I cannot wait. I don't have I don't have enough to XL this, so I guess Riolu Hatch Day will help towards getting more XLs. But for now, these are all the Riolus I have left. Laney has no Hundo Riolu. So I'm essentially just hunting for a shiny. I already have the 100%, which is great. But still need the shiny, unfortunately. Laney has 100% Houndoom. So do I. In fact, bam! 100% Houndoom. Still working on the XLs. Big Dork says, I could see that maybe at the end of the year. So the end of the year is usually like Christmas events. I don't see it being available as a Christmas event, but maybe either some kind of steel event or fighting event, right? Maybe in the spring of next year. Laney has 13 hundos. Hey, that's not bad. What's your favorite hundo that you have? I have a hundo and a shiny Riolu. Yo, Trevor, are you even gonna be participating in Hatch Day? I mean, what more could you ask for? You have a hundo and a shiny Riolu. Sheesh. Laney has 100% Wish Comerit. What? Wish Mot. What is that? You mean Whimsicott? Lainey says your favorite hundo is a Shadow Venomoth. Nice. Shadow hundos are nice. Okay, Whimsicott. Okay, I got you. I got you. Sorry. I wasn't sure if that was a typo or you were trying to type in something else. I think we have 100% Cottony. Yeah, we have 100% Cottony. We haven't evolved it yet. We have two of them actually. We have a shiny 96% one. That's as good as it's gonna get. Trevor is gonna hatch as many eggs as possible still to get the XLs. I'm assuming you're trying to get the XLs still. Okay, last call. Last call for any of these Regieleki. For anybody just hopping in, interested in them. Otherwise, those are gonna be gone. Yeah, I think hatching eggs for the Riolu is going to be good for the XL grind. But let's see. Are babies still hatching out of the 2Ks? Look at this. The babies are hatching out of the 2Ks, but Riolu, nowhere to be found. Larvesta, still don't have it. How many of you still don't have Larvesta? Look at the egg pool. The 5Ks, nothing too crazy. Larvesta is still impossible to find. Out of the 10Ks, Larvesta, still impossible to find. Even from the 10Ks, you can't even get Riolu. Wow, the 10K looks actually... Oh, wait, this is 5. What the heck? Okay, 10Ks, Larvesta, impossible to get. Jangmo-O, Gumi, kind of interesting. Out of the 10Ks, you are able to get potentially Shiny Tortuga. Okay. Out of the 12Ks, okay. What about this, chat? Which one is worse? 12K egg pool. Which one's worse? 12K egg pool or 5K? PCG spawn if you need it. Yo, the 5K looks terrible. Holy. At least with the 12K, even though it's 12 kilometers, you do have some kind of rare stuff. There are some GBL stuff as well. But man, the 5K looks terrible. And of course, we have a bunch of 5Ks. Yeah, the 5Ks, there are shiny potentials. You got a lot of shiny potentials, but then you got a lot of stuff where people probably already have, or they're not useful for anything. Yeah, the 5K needs a little bit of a rework. Can we please get some I don't know, additional spawns. That is a struggle right there. So is 12k. So is 12k is shiny potential. But with 12ks, you have some GBL stuff as well. So I did factor in GBL. I know not everybody does GBL, but there's still a little bit more value in the 12ks because um, Pawnyard can be shiny. It can be a GBL spice pick. Volibee can be shiny, can be a GBL pick, especially in Great League and Ultra League. Pancham, you can be shiny eligible. Larvitar is just good for raids. Scrafty, good for GBL. Saladin is just a rare spawn. Dino is just a nice dragon. Absol, you can be shiny. The shiny looks great. Skorupi, GBL potential can be shiny. Skrulp, Skrulp is like a Skrulp is a spicier GBL pick, but it's more of a dex entry for sure. And then Inkay, that's kind of the worst. The worst thing you can get from the 12k is the Inkay, probably. As far as Larvitar, I think I'm still needing. Oh, actually, I have enough XLs. So when the Megas finally get introduced, I do have enough XLs to max out my 100% Tyranitar. So I can't wait for this. Trevor still needs Shiny Shuckle. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like, look. I'm not saying the 5Ks are bad for everybody, but I'm just saying, objectively speaking, it looks like the 5Ks are slightly worse, even though you do less walking. Laney says, exactly, I need Larvitars. Oh, well, if you need more Larvitars, then you are supposed to like 12Ks. I thought you said 12Ks are bad. Now I don't have a 7K to compare. Are 7Ks are 7Ks good or nah? $12Ks are good, right? They're pretty decent. If you put a super incubator, it's 8 kilometers, right? 5Ks are bad. I agree. 5Ks are looking really bad. They need to shake up the 5Ks. This is looking like the 5K right now looks like an adventure week. Because nobody's gonna be hatching Larvesta. That thing's impossible to get. You're mainly gonna be getting like these rock types for some reason. Who actually needs those? And then you got the fighters. So I'm not exactly sure what people are actually trying to get. I agree. 5Ks are the worst right now. Laney, you still need Rockruff for Lynx and Scrovert. What's up, Jay? We recovered, Jay, but well, we don't have anything. We don't have anything else. How far is the park with the zoo from here? How far is the park with the zoo? Are you talking about from my hometown or here in Katy? The park you always stream from? If you're talking about from my hometown, the park is um, probably like 1 kilometer away from the zoo. Did I move? Yeah, temporarily. Okay. Looks like that's all we have for today. We got everything kind of situated. Unfortunately, Rouse is not working for us either. I thought they would have activated it by now, but maybe we get lucky and maybe they release it this weekend, and then we can kind of record a route. But a little bit unlucky, and plus our battery life is running out. Does anybody have any suggestions on who we should raid? Let's give us some shout outs. Big shout outs to Jay in the chat. We got Trevor, TextCam. We got Ella. We got Astra, Edward. We got Jar. We got JS. We got Laney, Victor, Zero. Dandy, okay. Let's do it. Can you type out their full name for me, please? If you haven't already, consider dropping a little follow to help us get to 2,600 followers. Check out the YouTube for stream highlights and GBO videos. Right there. Check out the Discord if you want to meet more of the community and know when we go live. I believe Dandy's in the New York area. It might be Brooklyn area, somewhere around the Northeast. We're gonna go say hi to them. If you can, go drop them a little hello. A hey would be goes a long ways. Appreciate everybody hanging out. If I don't see you for Riolu Day, good luck on your Riolu hatches, your shiny luck. Maybe we eventually get routes eventually. Okay, Dandy in the Bronx. Okay, so that means New York, right? Dandy in the Bronx. Please go say hi to them. Okay? The raid is going through. Perfect. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your day, night, or whatever's for you. And we'll see everybody in the next one. Peace, 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 peace.